Mm, mm, mm. My goodness. Lord have mercy. Yesterday, around this time, you may recall I uploaded a video talking about this photo that leaked on X, formerly known as Twitter. Reportedly, this photo was obtained by a prominent X user. I can't remember the guy's name, but it was given to him by somebody that said that they went to Yale with JD Vance. Okay, and said that the photo I posted yesterday was taken during a Halloween party. Now I don't know whether or not this is the same event. I guess because it's like the same attire. I'm trying to look at the photo, the original one. Uh, I guess it's the same event, though. In the original photo, JD Vance's beard looked a little heavier than in this photo. Um, his beard looked a little heavier, and I don't know, bro. Look, man, Trump supporters, the people who are Trump supporters on my channel, look, man, y'all can't keep trying to spin this, all right? You can't keep saying, oh, well, it's just him having a good time, him just childhood antics and or youthful indiscretions, I'm not trying to hear that, man. Okay. This is the same dude that goes around champion family values, uh, speaking out against that community, when in reality, just 10 years ago, he had a lot of people. Matter of fact, it seemed like the majority of his friends were in that community. The majority of his friends in college, in his personal life, or at least a good percentage of them were from that community. In his book that he wrote some years ago, someone that he identified as a lesbian that was a friend of his was actuality a female to male transformer. And a lot of them say that the JD Vance they see today they don't recognize this guy. Like they were saying he was something of, I guess he was a leftist. So look, people can change, their views can change, but I get the impression that JD Vance is now on this ticket. Now apparently Donald Trump's best buddy. I think it's more out of political expediency. But I gotta tell you something, man. Donald Trump has to be beside himself right now, man. Remember how in the Three Stooges, Trump used to have the hair combed back, pushed back, but whenever he got flustered, something happened, his hair would fly all around, come down, be all over his head. Yeah, that's what Donald Trump doing. Donald Trump right now is having an absolute conniption, man. Donald Trump is pulling at his hair. Like, what in the hell did we do? What? I thought you vetted this guy. But how did you not know? How did you not know that this guy was going around doing this type of shit? I mean, what are you guys doing? You're trying to ruin me? Or is it Donald? We just we fucked up. I mean, what did they do? I mean, this is what I'm talking about a couple weeks ago when I said that I don't know what's going on with Donald Trump's campaign, but it's amateur hour right now, man. Like when you when you pick a VP for your ticket on the presidential ticket, You're supposed to vet this person. You're supposed to look thoroughly into their background. I mean, going all the way back to their childhood. I mean, you look at their educational record, criminal record, you uh, talk to people that this person knew, you look for potential skeletons in their closet, anything that could be potentially embarrassing. Of course, they do some aptitude questions or whatever, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I said before, this is YouTube, so I won't say too much on here. But I think it's quite obvious now that JD Vance is not the person who he pretends to be. You know what I'm saying? He's not the person that he projects himself to be. I strongly suspect now that back in those days, I mean, this guy was doing this in law school, man. He was 28. See, it'd be one thing. Well, I can't even say it's one thing, but you can kind of say it's one thing if you're 18, 19, 20, 21. This guy was 28 years old in 2012. 28 years old. Okay? At that point in your life, although your views still will modify as you get older and change a little bit, but you're kind of who you are at that point. Now you can still change with your ideology, but who you are as a person, you kind of already have developed into who you're pretty much going to be. Okay. Now, I'm just going to say this. You look at pictures of JD Vance out on the stump giving those awful speeches. And I can't help but notice that it does look like he's wearing eyeliner. And sometimes like he's wearing makeup. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but like I said before, when I started hearing more and more about him and this obsession with children and fertility and this semi-hatred he seems to have for women, or hostility at the very least, now I'm starting to wonder if he's just jealous of women because maybe he wants to be one. Maybe it all comes from a place of envy. But Trump supporters, the people who are Trump supporters, not the Harris supporters, people who are Trump supporters, at this point in time, let's be honest, Trump got to get his, he got to do something. You got to get this guy a ticket, man. Do we really want this guy a heartbeat away from the presidency? Seriously. You try to come on here and spin it all you want to. You could be like Taz, okay, and try to spin it. It's not going to work. You can try to spin it like Tasman Devil. It's not going to work this time. Yeah. What else is out there? At this point, if I'm Trump, man, I'm really look. You're already concerned about the fact that Kamala is going to be a more formidable candidate than he thought. I mean, this guy thought he was going to be able to coast the presidency. I mean, Joe Biden is feeble. You know what I'm saying? He thought he could just coast. And the fickle media thought the same thing a month ago. Matter of fact, tomorrow will be 1 month since the incident in Butler, Pennsylvania. But here we are, almost 30 days later, or 30 days later, and now the fickle media is all in the bag for Kamala, even though she does not have this election in the bag. But there has been movement for her in this race, and he you could tell he's off kilter. He's off kilter. I heard something about he has a 20. He put out a 20-point promise to the American people. I gotta look into that and maybe do a video on that today. I don't know, but man, he got a JD Vance problem, bro, and he got to rectify this somehow. Even if he got to hide this motherfucker, but I don't think that's any good because you gotta be wondering like, what's next?